This is our bus. We've been sitting in traffic for 3 hours. Just this time, we've sat in traffic earlier for another hour and a bit, and we got lots of waiting to go. We left this morning at 8, and it's about 6:30. We were supposed to be there at about 4, and we still have another at least 2.5 hour drive. Yeah, this is China. Yesterday was awful. One of the worst days in travel history. So we actually arrived in Kangding at approximately, I think it was about 3:30 in the morning. We were expecting to get in at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it took 11 hours extra. We thought it was going to take 8 hours, it took 11 hours extra. We're technically exploring the Garzê Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture. An autonomous prefecture is an area in China that the population is over 50% ethnic minority. But really this is an exploration of Tibet and the Tibetan people. Yes, we're still in China. We're in the Sichuan province in the west, but about 78% of the population here is Tibetan, which is a pretty big number considering that if you go to the capital of Tibet, Lhasa, the population is only about 33, maybe 40% Tibetan. On top of that, we can't legally travel in Tibet without a guide, and we hate guided tours, so it was an easy choice for us. So I think we'll take a hike up to Paoma mountain. It's about a 30-minute walk, maybe a bit longer. It's also possible to take the cable car. It costs about 50 RMB to take it. I think it's two ways, or you could take it one way and hike back. Kangding is the only city in Garzê. The population is around 130,000. Its Tibetan name is Dardo, which kind of sounds like an insult. Hey Dardo. I was talking to the town.
Can I take a photo with you?
Okay, 5 RMB per photo. Still recording? Whoops. We're in the Kangding market. We just bought some peanuts and some oranges, and we're headed over to Yak Bridge. Yak Bridge is the section of the market that sells yak meat and some other yak stuff. The Tibetan people actually domesticated the yak thousands of years ago. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh, here we go. This is the yak market. You can tell by the giant yak heads on the ground. Yaks are awesome. This is Yak Bridge. Yaks they're sure-footed, so they'll use them to like carry packs and stuff around the mountains. Their wool is some of the warmest wool in the world, and they say that the meat is actually some of the most delicious, nutritious meat that you can eat. You know, there's lots of meat on it, and there's no fat on it. It's supposed to be good for you, and it helps the Tibetan people survive, really. He's giant. Oh, we got a whitetail. Some kind of animal foot.
It's like a weasel or something.
Stinks. What do you do with that? Oh, these are cool. Dried lizards. See, this here is all, it looks like a bunch of worms, but they're actually a fungus. It's a parasite that grows inside of the ghost moth caterpillar, and it just kind of fills out its body, takes it over, and kind of explodes out its head. But they're supposed to be really good for cancer. Dao Xiao Qian, Yi Gongjin,
跟
Gongjin.
公斤呐，这个
Yeah, they actually call it like Himalayan Viagra because it's supposed to be an aphrodisiac. 90,000 a kilo for that. 90,000 RMB is $15,000 for a kilo. But they say it cures cancer. If it does cure cancer, I guess it's worth it. Okay, sure. Kangding is often called the gateway to Tibet because basically everything west of it is more Tibetan than Chinese. It's about 2,500 meters above sea level, but as you can see, the city is actually surrounded by much higher points. Not only is it a cool place to hang out for a couple of days, but it's a great place to stop to allow your body to adjust to the rise in elevation. We're going to be climbing to almost 4,000 meters, so a few days here will hopefully stop us from getting altitude sickness.